Hello guys, now this video is a comparison between these two mice from Razer. We have the Imperator in the left corner and in the right corner the Deathadder. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so now I know that there are a lot of videos about these two mice out there, and also this one, the Imperator is newer than the Deathadder, but also the Imperator is more expensive than the Deathadder, and the specs on the Imperator are better than the specs on the Deathadder. But still, both of them are very good gaming mice. Now, I'm not gonna talk about the specifications so much because you can find those online. I'm gonna talk about how they are to own and to own long term and to use long term. Now, first thing I'm gonna talk about is grip. We have the Imperator right here. Now, this is a so-called quote-unquote palm grip mouse, and this is how it looks like when you palm it. What it basically means is you touch the mouse with the back of the palm and your fingers. Now, as you can see, if I fully palm this mouse, hand right here, and all my hand goes on top of the mouse, my fingers are a bit too long. Now, I do have medium to large hands, so the palm grip is actually not the best for me for this mouse. Now, if you're a palmer, the Deathadder doing the exact same thing is better. Now, I think let me just get it comfortable. This is it. So it's just a bit better because I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but the back, from the middle of the mouse all the way down is a bit elongated on a Deathadder. So your palm actually sits, much more comfortably on the mouse. And also, if you look at it from this side, you can see that the mouse, which is about to here, if I get the Imperator, you can see that there are a few millimeters, between them. This one is a bit shorter. Now, leaving the palm grip aside, I actually fingertip grip my mouse. Now, this is how I used to do it on the Deathadder. I used to use it like this, so you can see I can stick my finger through here. The palm of my hand isn't actually touching the mouse, so I would use it like this. And these, but you see, this is the normal grip I use in games, But then the front button actually becomes a bit tough to access for me. You see, I have to kind of move my whole thumb forward a bit, and that wasn't very nice. You can also claw it, which is like this. Now, on the Imperator, which is, as I said, a bit shorter, I don't have that problem, also because of these adjustable thumb buttons. I can fingertip it with no problem. This is how the grips look like from above, so the fingertip grip on the Deathadder, on the Imperator, and on Deathadder, and also the palm grip on both of them. Okay, now next step will be, one that's very important to me: acoustics. I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna bring you a bit closer in so you can have a listen to them. Now, the clicks, I'm gonna look at the clicks, the noise a wheel makes, and the moving noise. So, the click on the Deathadder and the click noise on the Imperator. Very similar. Now, the wheel on the Deathadder. Small difference, but they are both really quiet. Now, if you compare this to a cheapo mouse, you can hear it, and also the clicks. In fact, I'm just going to bring this on. Now, this click is devoid of any sort of feel or tactile sensation, whereas these two are very nice. And also this one makes a horrible noise, which these two do not. Also in the acoustics department, the side clicks. Sorry. On the Deathadder and on the Imperator. This one again is a bit quieter and the noise it makes is a bit nicer, but you know, there's not much between them. Now if you compare the clicking noises of the Razer mice with the clicking noise of a OEM cheapo mouse, I mean, this sounds like something is breaking inside it, you know? Whereas these two are very quiet, very nice. Okay, now the next one will be the noise of moving the mouse across the mouse mat. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with both of them, just from side to side. Now the Imperator. I don't know if you can hear that, but the Imperator is actually quieter than the Deathadder. And if I bring in a different mouse pad, this is going to be even more obvious. Now I brought in my Destructor, which in my opinion is louder than the SteelSeries one I have below. So there was the Deathadder, and the Imperator is much quieter. I don't know if the camera can catch this, but the difference is very big. Now the gaming experience using these two mice is very difficult to judge on camera. I've used a Deathadder for about, I don't know, a year now, and I'm very happy with it. I've just got this one, I'm using it now, and it's great. A lot of people have complained about this mouse, but personally I can't find any sort of problems with it. In terms of aesthetics, personally I believe that the newer type of wheel, you know, with the two edges, is better than the old one. This was just a big glow. And the black, I don't know if the camera can catch this, let me try. The black is actually nicer on the Imperator than it's on the Deathadder. Now I do not know if this is just because of wear over time, but you see that the Deathadder has the same color all around, the same as the Imperator, so I tend to believe it's not the wear, because you cannot wear the mouse out evenly, you know, it should wear the clicks and right here when you put your hand. Of course, as I said in the beginning, the Imperator has more features, the DPI buttons, you know, the adjustable side buttons. But you know, that's to be expected. It's a newer model, so I can't really put that into perspective when I'm talking about the overall experience of these two mice. Now, one thing I've noticed: these feet, you know, around here and front ones are a bit better than the ones on the Deathadder. Now, I don't know if this is just because of wear, but this one slides much nicer. And I use my mouse like this, you see, and so sleepiness is very important to me. Maybe that's just down to wear on the feet, but you know, I could change these and see if there's a difference. But you know, I'm using this one now, so I don't really have a reason to. Well, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask.